Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel where skincare is all about progression over perfection because perfection doesn't exist. Unless it's in the form of my new beauty box with VT Cosmetics, look at this! So unless you've been living under a skincare rock, you've heard about VT's Cica Reedle shots, often referred to as microneedling at home. And in collaboration with VT and Style Korean, we have put together this VT Cosmetics box in which you get the VT Reedle Shot 100, the VT Reedle Shot 300, the VT Reedle Shot 700, the VT PDRN Essence 100, and the VT Cica Daily Soothing Mask. So we have a skincare routine in a box for you. You start with the VT Reedle Shots, the PDRN Essence, followed by the Cica Sheet Mask. And I'm going to go through all these products a little bit more, how to use them, some tips, some tricks, and what to expect from these products too. But let's get into the most important information. How much is this box? So this box is worth $192, but you're gonna get it for $29. Isn't that literally the price of one product? You're paying for like one product then getting all these other products free. This is why I keep doing these boxes, because the deals are hard to say no to. All the product information is up here. As I said, I'm gonna run through it anyway. There's a picture of me, which is nice. So yes, an absolute bargain. But let's talk a bit more about this product, what you can expect from it. And let's be honest, does it actually really hurt? You may have seen these VT Reedle Shot products going viral because they're referred to as microneedling at home. And you see a lot of people using them. A lot of people say they're painful to use, but I'm gonna kind of let you know my opinion on that and some tips and tricks when it comes to using these products. Okay, so let's talk first of all about what are these products. When I first heard of this product, I was like, oh great, another gimmick, especially as it's been referred to as microneedling in a bottle. And then I remembered it's K-Beauty, it's VT, so this is more likely to be amazing innovation rather than a gimmick, and that's correct. The innovation behind these products is pretty incredible. I've been using these products for about 3 months now, or maybe just over 2, going into 3 months, and I'm so impressed, not just by the product and the results, but as I mentioned, the innovation and science behind it. Now, Reedle Shot is essentially a skincare booster when applied onto dry, freshly cleansed skin as the first step before any other product in your routine. And whilst these do help boost the efficacy of other skincare products, it's also a great standalone product in its own right. It can help with skin texture through the use of these Reedles, with many people reporting better looking skin when it comes to even skin tone, texture, brightness, a number of things. If you look at the before and afters, they're pretty incredible. So I've been saying Cica Reedle this whole time. What are Cica Reedles? Cica Reedles is basically VT's innovation, and it consists of these small, super thin, super fine microneedles made of hydrolyzed sponge. And these microneedles are coated in Cica extract to help calm the skin during the use. These needles safely penetrate the epidermis, so that top layer of skin, creating a pathway for those, essentially your actives and other ingredients to enter the skin and better penetrate the skin. But it doesn't have to be strong actives. A lot of people use this with those really, really strong actives, which I do personally too, but I also love using these alongside my calming, soothing ingredients. So how do these Cica Reedles work? Well, as I mentioned, they sort of replicate the microneedling treatment, but at home. These Reedles penetrate the skin, again, just that top layer, and then these Cica Reedles will naturally shed along with your skin's natural cell turnover. And we are seeing, as I mentioned, crazy results, really, really good results from this product. People with acne, clogged and congested skin, dark spots, textured skin, all improving in the space of weeks. For me personally, I've definitely seen a difference with skin texture. I mentioned a while back when I first started talking about these, when it comes to the texture of my forehead, congestion on my nose. But yes, it's still early days because I'm on the 100, but I'm graduated now onto the 300. I've been using this one for a while too. But the difference that I've seen already is so good. It's so, so good. For me, I'm not massively targeting things like acne, breakouts, hyperpigmentation. So the results on me aren't as amazing as you see on these other before and afters, but the subtle things like improving texture will go a long way to make my skin overall look so much better. There are a number of Reedle Shot products in the range, right, in the lineup. And a lot of people are starting quite high with this. You may have seen people online saying that this hurts, like it feels like glass, it feels like little needles penetrating the skin, which technically it kind of is. I don't know if I have a higher pain tolerance because these aren't painful. So there are different levels to the Reedle Shot, right? Different percentages. So when you see on the side, you have 50, 100, 300, and that just means the amount of Cica Reedles that they actually have in there and what they refer to as the hardness. For example, in the Reedle Shot 100, you have 95,000 Cica Reedles. In the 300, you have 237,500 Cica Reedles. So you really should start from the beginning. So you have your mild Reedle Shot 50, and this is like an everyday use product. It's very, very mild, but very, very good if you have sensitive skin and want to start from the beginning. I personally, even though I have easily sensitized skin, I found this a little bit too gentle. I think if you've been using actives for a long time, like chemical exfoliants, you'll be fine to start on the 100, and that's where we start with this kit, because that's where I personally started. Again, this is a daily use product that is going to help improve absorption, skin texture, and yeah, a lot of people say that this one feels painful. I'm here to say calm down. I really don't think it does feel that painful, but I do have some tips and tricks coming up for you if you are finding these a little bit too prickly, a little bit too spicy to use. You would then go on to the Reedle Shot 300, which is 3 times a week. Three times a week. Again, this is a bit more intense when it comes to the improved absorption. It's kind of just the next step up from the 100, essentially doing the same thing. You then go on to the 700, which I'm personally not quite there yet. This is a once weekly use special care product. This is going to help enhance skin cell turnover and regeneration. And then there is a Reedle Shot 1000, which I've not included in this kit, but this will be for troubled areas. For example, if you have some hyperpigmentation, which is quite stubborn, you'd use it on that area alone, kind of things like spot care. So let's talk about how to use these, my personal tips and tricks. Essentially, it's a really straightforward product. I personally like to do a pump for the forehead, 2 half pumps for the cheeks, and then a half pump for the nose. This shouldn't hurt. It should feel like a physical exfoliant, but a little bit extra, if that makes sense. It's not a horrible feeling is what I'm trying to say. I don't think it's comfortable. It doesn't feel like shards of glass or anything like that. And within a week of using the Reedle Shot 100 once a day, you'll be so used to this feeling. I personally enjoy the feeling now. I really, really look forward to using it, especially the 300. Now it's only 3 times a week. So once you finish with the 100, you would have started seeing results by now. And those results really depend on, I guess, what you're using alongside your Reedle Shot. With the Reedle Shot 100, you're going to get an improvement in skin texture, smoother, glowier, brighter looking skin. But as I mentioned, whatever actives you're using in the rest of your routine, whatever those actives target, you will be seeing a great improvement. Throughout the Reedle Shot line, we of course have Centella asiatica. In this case, it has a very soothing effect. Hyaluronic acid for hydration and propolis extract to help moisturize, as well as an amino acid complex to help strengthen the skin barrier alongside niacinamide. So as I mentioned, it's a really great essency serum product in its own right, not just a skin booster. So now it's time for the 300. Once you graduated from that and it gets a little bit spicy, it's a little bit, you feel this more. Again, not a horrible feeling. Weird, I would say, a little bit uncomfortable, but again, you get used to this within using it 3 times a week. So I use the 300 3 times a week and then use the 100 in those in-between days. And I'll probably keep doing that, to be honest. I really like the 100. I do have a 50 somewhere, so I don't know. No, I'll carry on using the 100 in between those days. And then the 700, and this is for the pros. This is once you graduated from the 300. As I mentioned, I've not got there yet, but this one really focuses on that skin cell turnover, really targets pores and elasticity of the skin. But you know, I've heard it's a little bit more prickly, but I'm going to be ready for it. If you are struggling with this process, you're a little bit worried about how this does feel on the skin because so many people have told you it's going to hurt, I have some tips for you, okay? Once you apply the product, if you are finding that rubbing it into the skin feels a little bit too prickly, start patting on your skin instead, nice and firm. And those Reedles are still gonna penetrate the skin. It just feels a little less prickly. A good idea is to use a sheet mask alongside this product when you first start using it. So the first couple of weeks of the 100, I was using a sheet mask pretty much every time I used it. First couple of weeks of the 300 using a sheet mask, and I will continue to do so every time I go up a level. When I first started using the 300, it was a little bit more prickly, but I was okay. But I would put a sheet mask over the top of it, so I'd rub the serum in just enough, not fully, and then put the sheet mask over the top, and then I would roll with my hands. You could use a gua sha, you could use a roller. The Cica Reedles are still going to penetrate, but there's something a lot more soothing about it. It feels less aggressive, it feels less prickly. To be honest with you now, I do just kind of like rub this all over and then use a soothing product after, like this sheet mask. And that's why I had to include the Cica Daily Soothing Mask in this beauty box, because you're not gonna need them, but it's gonna be nice to have them alongside. You can use these daily. There's 30 sheet masks in here, so roughly a month, depending on the month. These use their Centella 4 times complex, which is basically using the whole Centella plant, including asiatic acid, madecassic acid, and asiatic acid. So you're really getting the full soothing and healing benefits, alongside moisturizing propolis extract and various different weights of hyaluronic acid. So you're getting that deep hydration as well. There is a generous amount of serum in here. Like once it's been in your skin for 10 to 15 minutes, give it a good squeeze, then use that juice as like a serum to extra soothe your skin. And then the final product we have in here, which I'm new to be honest with you, but I've seen so many skinfluencers I know use this and love this. This is the PDRN 100 Essence. Now we've very lightly discussed PDRN before, but it's a DNA polymer derived from salmon or trout testes. However, the VT PDRN Essence is actually a plant-based vegan PDRN, and that's extracted from wild ginseng. It's the whole salmon DNA trend, right? And as I mentioned before, early studies do look very promising as far as the claims that it has an antioxidant and regenerative properties, as well as generally being like really nice and hydrating. It can help stimulate collagen, skin cell regeneration, and boost skin elasticity. And as I mentioned, works like a humectant to plump out fine lines and wrinkles. It's also packed with ceramides for our barrier, polyglutamic acid, a great humectant, adds this nice radiance and glow, and squalane to help provide moisture. And this is said to target rough, dull looking skin. I have like an oily T-zone and dry cheeks. It's been really nice so far. It's a little bit thicker than what you would expect from an essence. And you'd use this before you use the sheet mask. So you put this straight on after the Reedle shot to maximize the benefits. So yeah, I included it because a lot of the reviews and a lot of like the people who have been using these for months and months say that this is a must-have with the Reedle shot line. So we can try that together. Essentially, we have a skincare routine here for you. You use your VT Reedle shot, your PDRN essence, and then your Cica sheet mask. This is a skincare product range that I'm genuinely so excited about. It's so innovative, and I've been loving the results for my skin texture, especially so far. My soothing, calming, anti-redness products have just been doing that much more for my skin recently too. So I'd love for you to all give this a go, continue our Reedle shot journey together. Make sure you document it and take pictures, most importantly. Of course, this will be linked in the description box down below. My last collaboration box sold out pretty much straight away. So this launches on the 26th. Original box value is $192, but you can get it for $29. When it comes to postage, it just varies depending on what country you live in, where you're from. It'll be style Korean's usual shipping rates. So yeah, do let me know if you tried these products before, if you want to get this box, if you're gonna get this box, and tag me when you get it as well. I love seeing people using the products. All information in the description box down below. So yeah, I'll see you next time.